Alright, welcome back to my Majr gaming channel, and today we're going to be talking about hacking in Dead by Daylight and how I think behavior could fix these issues. It's very disheartening seeing streamers getting attacked and held hostage in games for hours on end for no reason. It really is. As someone who wants to try to stream and specifically stream this game, it can be very intimidating to want to go into it knowing that you could end up being attacked by hackers. It's not fair, and behavior needs to fix this. It's really, this could hurt the game a lot, and the fact that they're more focused on making content other than fixing things like this is as much as I love more content, they gotta fix this stuff, you know? Like, it's not a game worth playing if all you have is content. You can't actually play the game because you're being held hostage for 2 hours. It's not right. So, I think that behavior really needs to work on fixing this, and my ideas can't fix the problem completely, but I think they're good band-aid fixes for now until behavior can fix the cheating and everything like that. Until behavior can find a way to stop all this from happening. So my ideas are pretty much, first idea is that they should put a time limit on games. I don't think that a single game should last more than 30 minutes, whether there's hackers in the game or not. Usually my games, I don't think I've ever had a game last 30 minutes before. So that shouldn't be too big of an issue for people. I doubt many people are playing 30-minute games. So I think that should be the first step. At least then, if you have a hacker in your game that's holding you hostage, at least it's only for 30 minutes instead of 2 hours. You know, just clock it out at 30 minutes. Once you hit that 30-minute mark, whoever's left in the game, they don't get any extra blood points for anything. They just leave with the blood points they got, and that's it. It doesn't count as escape, doesn't count as a kill, just counts as a timeout. On the end game screen, when it shows who escaped and who died, just put a timer, a little clock next to their name, so you know, oh, they timed out. They were in there for 30 minutes, they timed out, they don't get any extra blood points, they don't get anything like that. And I think that is the best way to band-aid fix this problem. Because then streamers can't be held hostage for 2 hours. It'd be at the most 30 minutes. And honestly, I think that's the best way that behavior could band-aid fix this for now, until they can, get back to it. And I feel like doing this will make hackers not want to do this as much. If they're going into it knowing at the most they could do it for is 30 minutes, then they're not going to want to spend the money on monthly subscriptions to these cheats just to do it for 30 minutes at a time and then have to redo it again. I don't feel like they would want to do that. So I feel like that would be a very good fix on how to fix this problem. Some people have suggested to me maybe it should be a 30-second timer once the end-game collapse ends. A 30-second timer and the game just completely ends, but I feel like there's a way hackers would be able to get around that. I feel like there is a way. I don't know much about hacking or the cheats that they use in general, but I feel like they'd be able to get around it. With my idea, with the 30-minute idea, there is no way around it. It just ends at 30 minutes and that's it. There's no way out around it. It just, the game ends at 30 minutes, no matter what. And I feel like that's needed in this game. I feel like that is completely necessary at this point. With how many hackers and cheaters are in this game, nobody wants to be held hostage in a game. It's ridiculous, and behavior needs to get on this. And honestly, my second idea is that I feel like behavior should make it so that you can turn off crossplay with certain consoles and PC. So, say they have crossplay and you want to disable crossplay with PC, and only PC, you should be able to do that at this point because PC is the problem. It's not the console people; it's the PC people that are messing with everything. So, you should be able to turn off crossplay with PC, and if that makes your queue time longer, at least you can guarantee that you're not gonna be hacked. You can guarantee it, and I feel like that should be another step. So say you're streaming and you get hacked and you get held hostage for 30 minutes. You get held hostage for 30 minutes. You go and you turn off crossplay with PC, now knowing that they're targeting you, and then bam, problem's over. 2 band-aid fixes that completely eliminates the problem for you until you feel like you want to turn back on crossplay with PC. And if that hurts PC, well, sorry, but PC players are doing it to themselves. These hackers are doing it to themselves. So, it's not fair to expect people to still be forced to play with PC people when any of them could be hackers. It's ridiculous. So, unfortunately, yes, PC would suffer from this, but there's only so much you can do. You can't please everyone, and you have to do something until they can actually find a way for the game to detect cheats and kick these people and ban them once they, start cheating, once they see something that's definitely a cheat. When it comes to that, I mean, if a killer is moving, if a survivor or killer or whatever, if a hacker is moving too fast, they should be able to detect that. A survivor shouldn't be moving more than their max speed. I don't understand, if they see that a survivor is, on hook for more than 5 minutes after the final death, or after they are dead, they shouldn't be able to hold it there for 5 minutes. Like, that's not a thing. Like, that's not a thing in the game, so you should be able to, detect that and be like, alright, this is not normal and this account needs to be banned because they've been dying for 20 minutes to 2 hours. Like, you can't do that. So, yeah, I feel like there is definitely ways that they could fix this that they haven't thought of yet, and honestly, if it means that we get less content, like less DLC content, and they fix this issue, I'd rather see that, I'd rather see them take a break from making content in order to fix the game. Like, I feel like most people would. If they can guarantee that no one will have any issues with any more hackers, if they can guarantee it, they then good, take that time to do that, multiverses, they're banning mods. They're like, okay, if you have a mod, you're getting banned. And that, you can have your own opinion on that. That's different from cheating in the game, but still, it's obviously there. They just need to do it. And they need to do it soon because it's very disheartening for people who want to get into streaming this game. And it can be disheartening for new players, Say it's your first match, you get in and there's a hacker in it. That's not very, it's not a very optimistic look on the game. You're only hurting your own game by not fixing this problem. So behavior needs to get on this. I don't understand why they haven't yet. I don't understand why it's getting worse. So yes, they need to get on this, and I think my 2 fixes would help the game out a lot. I feel like that would make it possible for them to at least band-aid fix this until they can take the time to figure out how to fix it for good. These 2 band-aid fixes that I came up with should make it so that you shouldn't have any issues, especially if you're streaming. If you're streaming and you get hacked and there's a hacker in the match, well, then you get held hostage for 30 minutes, and then you go and you turn off crossplay with PC. And then bam, done. And honestly, knowing that at any minute someone could just turn off crossplay with PC, that should be a very large deterrent for hackers. Like, if they know that anyone can just completely negate them at any moment, they won't want to do it anymore. As long as that option is there. And say you're streaming and you're like, all right, well, I'm being held hostage. I still have like 20 minutes left on this timer because they finished the game in like 2 seconds on me. What do I do? Well, you can DC. Take the 5-minute penalty and turn off crossplay with PC. It's a 5-minute penalty, but it's better than being held hostage for 20 to 30 minutes and then doing it. You can actually quit, just take the penalty, and then turn off crossplay with PC. Bam, problem fixed. It's not that hard. So I feel like behavior needs to implement these two things if they can. I really feel like this will help the game out a lot. And yeah, so those are my Band-Aid fixes for how to help, with the cheating problem in Dead by Daylight. If y'all have your own ideas, let me know in the comments below. And yeah, hopefully you don't run into an issue like this. But I hope y'all have a good day. I'll see you next time.